Okay, so for problem number 21, it asks us to write an inequality that represents each graph. Okay, so let's do that. Let's start with A. So the dot is at 1. So the important number is going to be 1. So I'm going to have an X and a 1. Okay, so 1. And then do we see how, you can see how it's going this way? So the arrow is pointing that way. So that's going to be the symbol that I use. The arrow points like that, the symbol looks like that. Now, is the dot filled in? Yes, it is. If the dot is filled in, I need to put a line underneath, okay? So that's that one. Let's actually skip part B for a moment and let's go down to part C and do that one next, okay? So there's 2 of these things. So we're just going to do 2 answers like this. So we'll put one of them over here, one of them right here. So first we'll just pretend this one isn't even there. So we'll cover that up. So here the dot is at -2. So we'll have X and -2. And then in this one, so it's going this way. So if you look at the arrow will tell us how to make the inequality. So the arrow looks like that. So the inequality looks like that. Is that circle filled in? Yes, so I have to put the line underneath, okay? And now the other one. So the other one, the important number is 2, so we'll have X and +2 this time. For this one, if we look at the arrow tells us that the inequality needs to look like this. And this circle is not filled in, so this time I'm not going to put that line underneath. There's one more thing we need to do to get credit for this problem. When it's broken into 2 separate parts, we have to say that the answer is either this or it's that. So we need to say that this is the answer or that is the answer. If you don't put the word or in there, you will get marked off a little bit, like a half a point or something like that on the test. So you need to put that word in there when it's broken into 2 parts. Okay, so in part B, you see how these have arrows? Well, this one doesn't have an arrow. The answer, X is the answer, so X is in between. Our answer is in between these 2 dots. So our X, our answer is in between -4, that's the lowest amount, and then the highest our answer can get to is -1. So our answer X is in between -4 and -1, okay? And remember how we used that arrow trick in A and C to know which ways to do this? But since this one doesn't have any arrows, you don't use that trick. When it's like this and it's like an in-between situation, you always make the arrows go this way. So that's which way our inequalities will go. The first one is an open circle, so we're not gonna put the line underneath. The one with -1, this one's a closed circle, so the inequality that goes with the -1, this one's gonna have to have the line underneath. So we'll go like that, and that is how you write inequalities when there's just one thing. This is how you write inequalities when there's 2 that are separated. And then this is how you write the inequality when the shaded part is in between 2 numbers. So great work. Thanks for following along.